everybody, and welcome back to the Glimmingen Motor Stadium here in Uddevalla for our final BLU CRU FIM Europe Cup Super Finale race, the 85cc category. Now, this first came to fruition back in 2019, so 3 years after the 125 was created. And since then, we've had 5 winners. Ollie Martinsson, who was victorious at Assen. Jakobs Kubelins was victorious in Mantova in 2021. Of course, we didn't ride in 2020. Danny Sankov of Bulgaria was victorious at Saint-Jean d'Angely in 2022. Storm Myman, who we just saw in the 125 race, was victorious in 2023 at Ernée at the Motocross of Nations that weekend. And Tayson Morgan of the USA won at Matterley Basin, also at the Motocross of Nations last year. So 5 different winners, 5 winning nationalities. The USA the most recent, Denmark, Bulgaria, Latvia and Sweden being the first winner. And we're going to get a new winner here this weekend. Well, lining up behind the gate in this 85cc division, the racetrack here just 1,600 meters long. Josh Coppins' kid. Nixon was fastest in time practice, 2:07.3, 1.3 seconds quicker on Saturday during the time practice session. Then the second place rider, the 3:21 of Thijs van der Boogaard of the Netherlands was second with a 2:08.682. Then Willards Gordon. Now the 4.74 of Willards Gordon won the 65cc BLU CRU race back in 2023. He was 5th in the 85cc division last year, so he'll be hoping to find his way onto the podium. Well, he was 3rd in time practice, so he may have a good sort of opportunity there. Leo Geiser of Slovenia, no relation. He will go to the line in 4th. He was about 2.5 seconds off the pace of Willards Gordon. And then Miska Lane of Finland will go to the line next. Then Niall Lehmann of Switzerland, Maurice Heidegger of Austria, Ivan Vidal of Spain, Jakobs Galis of Latvia, and Lucas Taylor will go to the line 10th from Denmark. Then behind them, we've got Brett Castellin, Teranosuk Ito of Japan, or Toronosuke Ito, Elliot Bissell, Connor Thompson, Sasha Shibli, Aaron Kai, Brian Grat of Thailand. So we've got a couple of different nationalities outside of Europe here. Lena Segren and Liam Edmond, Avia David, Philip Ulbrich, rounding out your top 20. So previous riders in this competition: Aaron Degor Julison of Iceland. He was 10th in the 65 class last year. Kaelin Oosterhausen, 33rd in the 85cc division last year. There's Leo Geiser. He was 5th in the 65 BLU CRU in 2023, 13th in the 85cc race last year, so hoping to try and make the podium this year if he can. 4.26, Nixon Coppins. What can he do? 7th last year at Matterley in the 85cc race. He's on pole here this weekend. Can he turn that into a victory as well? The 4.74 of Willards Gordon, the 65cc winner back in 2023, 5th in the 85cc class last year, the rider from Denmark. And then we've got Maurice Heidegger, 9.81, 2nd in the 65 race 2 years ago. There's a 3.21 of Thijs van der Boogaard of the Netherlands. He qualified in 2nd in the time practice session. So let's see what this Dutch rider can do. 15 minutes plus 2 laps, this YZ85cc BLU CRU FIM Europe Cup Super Finale here at Uddevalla, Sweden, about to get underway. Coppins there in gate number 1. Van der Boogaard, gate number 2. Green flag at the back. We're under starter's orders there. Our FIM Europe race director signals we're all go here down at the front end as well. He walks across to the middle of the start straight. The Fly Racing 15-second board goes up for the 85cc race here. This BLU CRU FIM Europe Cup Super Finale here, Uddevalla in Sweden. Nixon Coppins already elbows up, look, getting ready to get out of the gate. Van der Boogaard alongside him, a slow reaction for the tall Dutch rider. Nixon Coppins hanging off the back of that machine, but there's another rider to the outside. He may just run wide. Coppins up the inside, has to brake though. He emerges in 2nd position. But it might be Niall Lehmann who leads away from Switzerland on the 272, and it is. Tell you what, that was a good recovery there. I tell you what, Van der Bogard is about 7 foot tall there in third place. Good recovery after that poor getaway. And it is Lehmann who leads, Coppins second, Van der Bogard there in third. Then the 14 of Ivan Vidal as Coppins goes down the inside, takes over the lead on the opening lap. Van der Bogard like trying to charge up the inside there, look, on that 321. Vidal just behind him in fourth place, but it's Coppins who leads away. Careful not to get cross-rutted there, Nixon. Willards Gordon there in fifth position at the moment. Former 65cc winner, of course, with a little bit of work to do. The 981 of Maurice Heidegger, former silver medalist in the 65s in the 2023. He is in sixth place. Then we've got Leo Geiser. Then the 414 of Castellin. Stepping up, working our way towards the end of this lap. There is the 14 of Vidal. So Ivan Vidal of Spain. Circulate. It's very close up there, isn't it? Lehmann under pressure. Van der Bogard goes through though. Nixon Coppins over the line. 3 seconds clear of Thies Van der Bogard. Bogard here on the 321. Third is Lehmann. Vidal still hanging on in fourth for Spain. Willards Gordon in fifth place. On the 474, he is about a second further back, just behind the rider here, number 14. So Willards Gordon, former winner. Fifth last year in the 85cc race. Hoping to land on the podium at the very least here in Sweden. So Ivan Vidal continues to chase the 272 there of Niall Lehmann. Not his first rodeo here. 7th in the 65 race in 2023, the 272. 17th last year in the 85s. He's getting roughed up here though by the Spaniard. Manages to keep him at bay though. Hanging on to that third place at the same time. Willards Gordon in the light blue helmet just behind these two. Closing in, look, in the background, 474. Heidegger about 3 seconds further back. But Coppins fastest through the first two intermediate sectors, extending his lead to 4.7 seconds over Thies Van der Bogard. Willards Gordon, the third rider in shot here with the red seat, eyeing up the Spaniard for a move into fifth place on the number 14, who in turn is going after Lehmann. Lehmann third. Ah, he runs it too wide though, and Vidal nips up the inside, takes that third place away. And Willards Gordon coming in hot as well, just behind him in that fifth place. The first official lap in the books. Nixon Coppins, a 2:05.992, 4.8 seconds clear. 2:07.7 for Van der Bogard. The 14 of Ivan Vidal now in the third. Niall Lehmann fourth. Willards Gordon here still pushing on in that fifth place on the 474. All of these riders qualifying through their national championship. The most points scored as Yamaha riders in your home series. Getting you the invite here. Bar to bar here between Lehmann and Gordon. Gordon going around the outside. Looking to move into fourth and does so. 2.8 seconds further up the track, number 14 of Ivan Vidal. He's in third. That's the next rider in the sights of Willards Gordon, just here, the number 474 in that light blue helmet. Coppins, meanwhile, extending his lead to 5.3 seconds now over Thijs van der Boogaard. Both mum and dad are here. Grandma and granddad are here as well to support Nixon Coppins. The family so rooted in motocross, of course. Those from the early 2000s remember the MJ Church squad through the back end of the 90s and 2000s. There's 4.26 then, your race leader. Well, massive lead now, 7 seconds. Great performance this from Nixon Coppins. Definitely enjoys riding here. Dad was a double race winner here in 2005 in the MX1 Grand Prix category. Heading home, Ben Townley and Stefan Everts on that occasion. So can Nixon Coppins get a win here? "20 years later. Definitely not in a hurry to slow down, is he? Just got his head down. I don't think I've seen him look back once. Just focused on everything. We've got wave medical flags here. Looks up, wheels on the ground. Rider off the side of the track, somewhere around here, there. Looks like he's on his feet though, so that's a good sign. Pick the pace back up and resume normal activities. Coppins continues to lead, 8.3 seconds clear now. That may be extended by the time he hits sector 3. We wait for Thijs van der Boogaard to come through. The rider in second place from the Netherlands on the 321. That's the step up into that right-hander. Gap 9 seconds now. Fantastic display of ridiness from Coppins. And again, just to reiterate, this competition first came into play back in 2016, just as a 125 championship, a one-round only deal, just to support the next generation of Yamaha talent coming in through the ranks from 65, 85 and 125. 65s and 85s were both added back in 2019. Here's your second place rider, Thijs van der Boogaard. He has about 1.9 seconds over Ivan Vidal. Willards Gordon still more than 2.5 seconds further back in fourth. Niall Lehman, who was a whole shot rider, he's 5.5 seconds back now in fifth. Then Maurice Heidegger still in sixth, Leo Geiser seventh. Leo Geiser on the 119, 13th last year in the 85cc race, so massive improvement for seventh. 85cc class, not an easy category, is it? Heidegger and Geiser here. I think I saw on social media Tim Geiser spending a bit of time with Leo Geiser, so maybe just trying to mentor him a little bit, who knows, but slight error there, slight bobble. But hanging on in that 7th place, got a 6-second gap behind him. The 465 of Lucas Taylor, another Dane. Then in 9th place, the 515 of Miska Lane from Finland, and then 10, the 414 of Brett Castellin of the Netherlands. Japanese rider in 17th place, Eto. Thai rider, Prayong Grat in 12th. We go back to Ivan Vidal in that third place. That's the gap between second and third, by the way. Van der Boogaard at the bottom of the hill. Ivan Vidal here. The last split, Coppins was 10.9 seconds clear. And as we hit the line at the end of lap 4, that gap still hovering around 10 seconds now. 2:07.1 for Coppins, 2:07.8 for Chies van der Boogaard. Ivan Vidal, 2:08.09, 2.2 seconds behind the guys chasing down from the Netherlands. Willards Gordon, 2 seconds further back. That was him swinging through the first turn a moment ago. His time is a 2:07.4, so quicker than the two guys ahead of him. So just chipping away with about 4 minutes plus 2 laps to go. There's Van der Boogaard. Vidal. Vidal, nervous look across, wants to know how far Willards Gordon is. Well, that gap is coming down to 1.6 now. There you see the Dane closing in on a possible medal. No wonder Ivan Vidal here, nervously looking over his shoulder, because this rider right here, who just folds the front, stays on 2 wheels. Willards Gordon closing in thick and fast. He's now down to the Spaniard just to up his pace. Has he gone down? No, he's there. Just down to the Spaniard to now up his pace to try and keep Gordon at bay. But Willards Gordon very much a part of the Yamaha family. Of course, winning this event in the 65 category back in 2023. Support for next year from Yamaha. How they go racing, where they go racing. A bit of a twitch there, just in the bottom of the G-out zone. .228 on the clock. Lap times here, 2:07 last time around. So still plenty of time to run in this YZ85cc BLU CRU FIM Europe Cup Super Finale. One race only. Winner takes all. Sprint from flag to flag. Second and third closing up between Van der Boogaard and Vidal here on the 14, who has put some distance between Willards Gordon that time around. 2.3 now, the gap between the Spaniard and the Dane. Coppins still hanging on, 10.5 seconds clear at the head of the field. Lehman 5th, Heidegger 6th, Geiser 7th. 4:65, Lucas Taylor in 8th. Miska Lane in 9th place, and Brett Castle in 10th. 1:41, Connor Thompson finds himself in 11th. Then the 1:12 of Elliot Bisel, or Bisel from Sweden, who just moves into 12th, finding his way past the Thai rider, Aron Chai, Brian Grat. Then we got 26, Ati Tonteri of Finland. Vidal, though, continuing to work on Chies van der Boogaard. Can't afford to switch off either, because Willards Gordon launching the liquid moly tabletop. Starting to close in again, maybe. Got it down to less than 2 seconds. We'll get another split here on the step up. Coppins 12.3 seconds clear of Van der Boogaard, who is 1.3 clear of Vidal. 1.5 further back is Willards Gordon now. So the podium still undecided at the moment. And with 18 seconds on the clock, Coppins is going to go through now. 6 laps complete, 3 to go in this YZ85cc race. So Coppins 12.4 seconds clear. Van der Boogaard over the city jump. Here is the 14 of Ivan Vidal. Still there in third. Well, it's Gordon. These three riders pretty much equidistant, aren't they? 1.8, 1.5. The gaps between the three riders. There's Van der Boogaard there. Looked initially like he had a slow reaction off the start compared to Nixon Coppins, your race leader here. But in the end, didn't really matter. Noel Lehman came away with the whole shot, didn't he, on the 272. Out-dragged Coppins into that first turn. Coppins thought about taking the lead through the first turn, but realised, you know what, if I push any more, I'm going to get closed down. We're both going to go down. Let him have it, and soon found his way past into the lead before the end of the lap, before the first few corners were done and dusted, actually. But a very measured performance, this, from Nixon Coppins on the 426. Two-lap board, getting ready then for Nixon Coppins. Not even sure if he's paying attention to any kind of pit boards as he goes down there past pit lane. Van der Boogaard second. Vidal third, but he's lost toe in amongst all these back markers, and that has brought Gordon in. Look, because back markers there holding up the 14. There's Willis Gordon with the red seat, looking to capitalize here on the final lap. Ivan Vidal goes around the outside of the traffic, trying to thread his way through as well. Gordon going with him every step of the way. Geez, Van der Boogaard has cleared everything ahead of them. So his gap now 3.6 seconds, leaving Vidal and Gordon to fight over that podium, that third place. Oh, couple of stabs there by the 14, looks over, sees Willis Gordon right there. Gordon going the long way around and moves into that third place finally. How much of that was down to traffic? Wrong place, wrong time for the Spaniard, Ivan Vidal. Race isn't done yet though, is it? And there could be more traffic lurking on the horizon that might affect Willis Gordon's race as well, or maybe even Van der Boogaard's, who knows? Ivan Vidal just looking resigned to the fact now that he may end up in that fourth place. Did all the hard work, did everything good. Just got caught out by a couple of back markers, wrong place, wrong time. Meanwhile, at the head of the field, Nixon Coppins running out the final turn to start his final lap, more than 14.5 seconds clear of Thies Van der Boogaard. Lap time last time around at 2:07.6, nearly 15 seconds clear. Gordon up to third, Vidal down to fourth, Lehman still there in fifth. Almost 20 seconds further back now, your whole shot rider, Maurice Heidegger sixth, Leo Geiser. Then the 465 of Lucas Taylor, Miska Lane and Brett Castellin. But this has been a flawless performance from the 426 of Nixon Coppins. Quickly out of the blocks, rapidly into the lead on the opening lap. Kept his head looking forward the whole time. And he's opened up almost 16 seconds over Thies Van der Boogaard. And sometimes the time practice doesn't always tell the full story. Yes, Coppins was 1.3 seconds quicker than Van der Boogaard in the time practice session around about 9 o'clock yesterday morning on Saturday. But then it's how you race that counts. There's plenty of riders who can go out and put in a fast lap. So on paper, it looked impressive, but so many other variables come into play. Getting a good start, weather conditions, track conditions, as we've seen a moment ago with Willard Gordon and Ivan Vidal. Back markers, traffic, wrong place, wrong time. None of that a problem for Nixon Coppins, though. Who's managed this race perfectly. Led every lap. And 20 years after his dad, Josh Coppins, went 1-1 to win the MX1 Grand Prix here of Sweden, Nixon Coppins wins the YZ Blue Crew 85 FIM Europe Cup Super Finale here at the same venue with another emphatic display of riding. Thies van der Boogaard will cross the line in second for the Netherlands. And third for Willard Gordon of Denmark. Willard Gordon won the 65s in 2023. He's going to be a bronze medalist here in the 85cc 2 years later. And an improvement as well on where he finished 5th in 2024 at Matterley Basin. But Coppins your winner, Van der Boogaard second, Willard Gordon third. Lehman crossing the line in 5th place, Heidegger 6, Geiser 7, Taylor 8, Lane 9. We wait for Brett Kasselin to cross the line in 10th place. Ben Townley, a New Zealand winner here in the 125 division, 2002. And again in 2004, the first MX2 world champion, of course, Ben Townley from New Zealand. The first MX2 Grand Prix winner around here, but 20 years in the making between Coppins' victory. Josh Coppins a winner in 2005, Nixon Coppins a winner here 20 years later.
Nixon Coppins, massive congratulations. You got the start, pretty much a perfect race. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I got a good start. I was really happy with that, and then just managed to reel off the laps, so it was a good race.
What does this win mean to you?
It's very good. Haven't had many wins this year, so it's nice to finally get one. And yeah, hopefully I get some more towards the end of the year.
Your dad won here 20 years ago as well. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, he was telling me on the way here. It was good, yeah.
Enjoy the moment. Thank you, Nixon.
Nixon Coppins wins the YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale 85cc race here at Uddevalla, Sweden. A dominant display as well by the 426, 17.5 seconds clear of his nearest rival, Thies van der Boogaard. Nixon Coppins, your winner here in Sweden. Nixon Coppins wins then from Thies van der Boogaard, Willard Gordon, Ivan Vidal, Niall Lehman, Maurice Heidegger, Leo Geiser, and the 465 of Lucas Taylor. Behind them, the 515 of Miskelane, the 414 of Brett Kastelin, and rounding out the top 10 there from the Netherlands. Thompson was next in 11th, then we had the rest of the riders there. Bissell, Preongat, Galis, Eto of Japan moved up to 15th. Tonteri, Segren, Juliusson, David, and Shibley. Take a look at the best moments. Podium time then here. The YZ BLU CRU FIM Europe Cup Superfinale 85cc division. Willard Gordon, third overall. Former 65cc winner back in 2023. Makes the podium here in the 85cc class. Second overall, the tall Dutchman, Thijs van der Boogaard.
And the winner, Nixon Coppins.
He was second in time practice as well. But Nixon Coppins on the top step of the podium here. New Zealander, British born. Elin Rotsen, number 180, the best female rider in this class. There was a couple out there as well. Michael van Zommeren, the Marketing and Motorsport Director from Yamaha Motor Europe, handing a third place trophy to Willard Gordon. Got a gold and a bronze now from these BLU CRU FIM Superfinales. Andrea Dossoli, the Motorsport Division Manager, Yamaha Motor Europe, hands a second place trophy to the Dutchman, Thijs van der Boogaard. Gauthier Paulin, though, the BLU CRU Ambassador, hands the winner's trophy to Nixon Coppins, your winner here in Sweden. Coppins becomes the 6th winner in the 85C division and the first New Zealander to win as well. Nancy van der Ven, former world champion and BLU CRU Ambassador as well, hands the trophy for the best female rider, Elin Rotsen. There's your podium. Your overall podium here for the 85cc YZ BLU CRU FIM Europe Cup Superfinale here at Uddevalla, Sweden. Nixon Coppins, New Zealand. Second overall from the Netherlands, Thijs van der Boogaard. Third for Willard Gordon of Denmark. They, of course, step down. They will take their medals as well. And the best female out there from Sweden, Elin Rotsen. Congratulations to all the riders from all three categories this weekend. 65, 85, 125. A Brit winning the 125 division, a Polish rider winning the 65, a New Zealander winning in 85. Andrea Barbieri, the FIM Europe Motocross Commission Chairman, delivers a third place bronze medal to Willard Gordon. Former 65cc winner, still got that cheeky little grin, hasn't he? The tall Dutchman, looks like he could go riding 450s next year. Thijs van der Boogaard, second place and a silver medal. And Nixon Coppins, gold plate, gold medal to our latest winner in this 85cc division. Quick family photo with David Luongo from Infront Motor Racing, CEO of course, and Mr. Barbieri. And that is a wrap on the 2025 YZ BLU CRU FIM Europe Cup Superfinale, Uddevalla, Sweden. What a fantastic weekend it's been for all the riders and families concerned. Great experience and a fantastic opportunity provided by Yamaha Motor Europe. And those guys will be back again next year, I'm sure. But we will take a break. Our next action on track will be EMX 250 Race 2, 11:25, just over 1 hour from now. So from Uddevalla for now, we'll see you then. Enjoy the break.